Oops, I got shot again. A Marvel fanfiction written on AO3 by Snazzy Jazz. The link for this fanfiction will be in the description box below, so I encourage you all to go check it out. Ding! Hydrogen peroxide! The crowd waited with bated breath after Betty spoke. They were on their last chance to win this round of decathlon, and it would decide if they placed in the competition at all. That is, an explosion sound that blacked out Peter's understanding of the answer. And now really isn't the time for a sensory overload, brain, thank you very much. Peter winced at the shouts all around him. It sounded mostly like his team, so he guessed that his team had gotten it correct, and he weakly opened his eyes, smiling and cheering. Oh my Thor! Peter, are you okay? Peter looked towards the voice that said that, squinting to make out Betty standing over him. Yeah, I'm good, Peter said, pushing back as much of his sensory issues as possible to stand up and celebrate with his team. He heard gasps of shock as he stood up and then just silence, brackets, or as silent as he ever heard, end bracket. His next words were whispered. What's wrong? Why is everyone staring at me like I shot someone? He snapped his head over to MJ. You might want to call your dad, loser. You aren't getting out of this with your identity intact. Actually, better yet. MJ reached over and snagged his phone. Go take care of the guy that just shot you in the middle of a decathlon meet. Everything clicked in that moment for Peter. The stabbing pain in his shoulder, already stitching together on his front and back. The explosion and sound that sounded eerily familiar when he was on some of his worst patrols. And everyone staring at him in shock and worry. As he turned to his crowd to figure out who shot him in broad daylight, another went ringing out, and Peter's ears went up in flames of pain. Hissing in pain, he finally spotted at the back of the room. Is that? Oh my god. He started swinging to the back of the room, knowing full well MJ was right. It strained his shoulder for sure, but he'd done worse things. I told you idiots last week, you can't just shoot anyone whatever. What the fuck, guys? They all looked at the reveal he casually made. Like, come on, you promised you wouldn't anymore. Bill, what happened to you trying to do better for your kid? They wouldn't want you to come out just shooting people. And Riley, aren't you supposed to be at your new job? Yeah, those looks of shame are telling me everything I need to know. Hand them over, guys. Sorry, Spidey, we didn't mean to disappoint you. Peter sighed, knowing he'd give them one last chance, as they knew to hand over their weapons. Did you really mean it about the rehab program last week? Yeah, of course. Irondad's gonna be here in, Peter strained listened for the blasters, finding them just taking off in the tower. In like 2 minutes. Hopefully we'll take you back with us and get you enrolled today. I can make sure to swing by your houses and make sure your families are all set when you're at program too. Spidey, you're way too good for your own good. Riley was taking off weapons off their person, and really, Peter thought, don't pursue a life with no weapons. Perhaps letting them meet Natasha and join S.H.I.E.L.D. wouldn't be a half bad idea. Peter! Tony Stark screamed as he burst through the door. What the hell happened? I'm gonna be completely safe, you said. Nothing bad will happen, you said. Instead, I get a call from your scary friend telling me you got hurt and your identity's been exposed. Kid, are you trying to put me in an early grave? Oops. Hi, Mr. Stark. I may have gotten shot again, but anyway, remember those people I brought up last week about entering into the rehab program? Ta-da! They decided to take me up on it. Tony glanced from his kid to the people standing next to him. Is that person still unloading weapons? To the crowds of parents and siblings sitting in the auditorium seats. He sighed, tapping the side of his glasses to wake up Friday. Fry, dear, do you mind sending over a drone with NDA files that Pep made for a situation like this? Already on the way, sir. Just arrive in T-3 minutes, bar any avian interruptions. Tony nodded. Dr. Cho would also like you to get our patient back ASAP so he can fix any damage he has sustained. Heard, Fry. MJ, you got this, right? Pep should be on our way to help. I got it, Tony. Now, go take care of your son. Peter spluttered at that. Don't you dare protest, loser. Now go. And that's why she's going to help me run things, kiddo. Or, well, you'll be helping her. Anyway, let's go. Happy you'll be by in a bit to grab your new friends. Peter sighed and gave small waves to everyone there. Yes, Ned, you can come with. Ned rushed over, saying some pleasantries to Riley and Bill before joining Tony and ushering Peter out the door.